My greetings. Today's grammar tutorial is a continuation of our previous two tutorials on helping auxiliary verbs and main verbs. Now this is number 3, as you can see. In today's tutorial, we're going to discuss the main verbs. If you remember, as a reminder, there are two main verb forms in English, the helping verbs and the main verbs. Now, as for the main verbs, there are 5 types of main verbs. Either the infinitive, which comes in its basic form. This verb doesn't have an S or ES at the end. It doesn't have an ing. It's not even in the verb 2 or verb 3, nothing. So it's in its basic form. We call that infinitive or base. Now, as for the present simple, it's a verb that ends with an S or ES or without any S or ES, and this depends on what we discussed earlier in our previous tutorial about the subject-verb agreement, whether the subject is singular or plural. Now, as for the present participle, which is called the base ing, in this case playing, okay, this is not the continuous form. We're going to discuss it, okay, in a minute. Now, the past simple and the past participle can be either regular or irregular. And in this case, as you can see, regular, past simple, or past participle end with a D or ED, while irregular verbs are completely changed from its base form, go or write, to went, wrote, gone, or written. Now, what about playing as present participle or playing as continuous form? It is so easy. Playing as an independent form, it's called the present participle. But if it is used with the helping verb to be, in this case are, it's the continuous form. And because we have are, it's the present continuous. So actually there are 6 continuous forms in English. And they all depend on using a verb to be. Like in this case, are, playing, present continuous, were, playing, past continuous, will be, playing, future continuous, while have been, playing, present perfect continuous, had been, playing, past perfect continuous, and will have been, playing, future perfect continuous. As you can see, the present participle playing did not change in any of the 6 forms. What actually changed is the helping verb. And as you can see, the helping verb is what made are playing from present to past, and what made from have been playing from present to past again to had. As easy as that. Now, some of you might ask, why do we have play here and why do we have play here? We have 2 verbs that have the same form, but one is the infinitive and the other one is the verb 1. Let's look at the 2 examples. Now, if you consider the following. If we are using play as the base infinitive, we have 2 verbs. The kids will play in their room. But if you are using play as the verb 1, which is the present simple, there is only one verb. The kids play in their room. Now, what about played? It could be either in the verb 2, past simple, or verb 3, past participle. Again, it has to do with the number of verbs. Now, as for regular verbs, played, verb 2, past simple, there's only one verb in the sentence. The kids played in their room. While if you are using play as the past participle, there are 2 verbs. The kids have, as you can see, or had played in their room. So easy. So it has to do with how many verbs you have. Played, as a verb 2, past simple, there's only one verb. And in this case, ed would give you an indication of time, which is past. But ed here actually doesn't have anything to do with the indication of tense, because what makes you know whether it is past or present is the verb, the auxiliary verb. In this case, have and had. Now, as for irregular verbs, it's easy. Went, if there's only one verb, so it's past simple. The kids went to school. But if you have gone as verb 3, you should be having 2 verbs. The kids have gone to school. Okay? Thank you for being with me today. There is yet another tutorial on the agreement between the auxiliary verbs and the main verbs, but in tutorial number 4, we're going to talk about the verb forms. Not tenses in general, only verb forms. Thank you very much.